Ha!
Did you figure it out?
I think I figured it out.
Oh, baby.
All right.
I see you now. All right.
All right.
Now.
All right. Pause. I am going to redo our intro, and then we will get back to what we were talking about. Ha!
Wait, so are we doing it? Did you figure it out?
I think I figured it out.
Oh, baby.
All right.
Uh,
All right. So let me go back to this, and let me just show our wonderful intro again. All right, we are back. We're not gonna go back through. We had a fire intro. I'm sorry. We literally had such a good intro, and I literally just screwed it up. But
it's all good. We might maybe go back to it.
All
right, but we're back.
We're back. We were talking about what we were doing in the interim of. I think our last one was like January. And then we were talking. So our big thing is we're now using the Sleeper app because of tiered PPR. So Andrew, do you want to re-explain what tiered PPR is, why we're switching over to it, what app we are using?
Yeah.
Because everybody just missed your beautiful spiel. I am very sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good. All right, so. I'll try and condense it a little bit. So I saw this guy on YouTube that I follow. He's doing tiered PPR this year, which is running backs, half a point per catch, wide receivers, tight ends, point per catch, and his whole spiel, his reasoning. He said running backs are way overvalued. Well, they're obviously they're valuable, but he thinks they're a little too valuable. So he wants to bridge the gap a little bit. And he thinks bumping running back down to half per catch can bump up the value of the wide receivers, tight ends, and kind of close the gap. So I was saying you'll see some stud receivers and guys like Kelsey and Waller maybe go earlier than they normally would in a fantasy draft.
And my questions going off that is, so the reasoning you just said, earlier draft picks, how does that affect the, really good wide receiver, tight end like Travis Kelce or Stephon Diggs, how early, like the earliest you could see them going, and how it's going to affect, their draft stock essentially.
Yeah. And I was pretty much saying, obviously it depends on where you're picking your draft. If you're in like the top three, even the top five, you're still going to take running back just because the studs are still there. But once the studs are gone and you kind of get to like even like between 7 and 10, you're picking in the first round, you may be willing to in a tier PPR format, you may be willing to pay the price and take a guy like Travis Kelce, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs. When guys like Kamara, Dalvin Cook, and Christian McCaffrey aren't available anymore, just because they're getting that little extra bump from the tiered PPR format.
Okay, and then my last kind of question was, we had like a lot of high scoring games that I think we might have got through 200, or we were close to a couple teams hitting 200.
We definitely came close.
Yeah. So obviously that's a lot of points for fantasy, and you think that is going to bring down the scoring average and make it a little more competitive?
Yeah. I think it's definitely going to make it more competitive. You'll probably see a lot more like tighter matchups. And obviously you're not going to see like crazy point totals. It should still be pretty high scoring. But just that half bump down. I think will definitely play a part.
Okay, perfect. All right, so you put together a little bit of a agenda, which I'm right on with.
Let's
every year there's a couple newcomers in the league that are going to be eye-opening and people want to know about prior to drafting. And I think, everybody needs to know who's going to be the breakout rookies, that somebody who has been pretty successful in their fantasy leagues. Who are you looking at? Who do you think is going to be a good draft? Who's going to have a good year? Who's the right fit for their team? Things like that. So I know you have a couple guys that you wanted to mention. I can throw my 2 cents in on how I feel about them or anybody else.
So I put a few down. And I was just gonna say like I feel like this season for the NFL, it's like I'm really excited for this season just because there's so many storylines surrounding it. There's a lot of fresh talent coming in. So a few rookies that I'm looking at. The one I probably like the most is Justin Fields. I think he's the best quarterback in the draft class. To be honest, I think he's going to end up having a better career. Out of guys like Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance.
Really? You think he's going to have a better career than Mac Jones? Come on.
Well, Mac Jones got a Brady-like career. He's in New England, so it's meant to be.
Oh yeah.
I think Mac Jones is perfect for New England too. But Justin Fields, at Ohio State, just the guts that he showed. I forget who they played. Was it Clemson when he was playing hurt?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember watching that game. That was a good game.
He's a tough kid. He reminds me of Kyler Murray, just a little bit bigger and like stockier.
Yeah.
And pairing up with a guy like A-Rob, David Montgomery in Chicago, I think the sky's the limit for him. And I know Andy Dalton the other day he's like, oh, it's my time, but Fields gonna have a nice career, but it's my time. Like, dude, your time was 10 years ago. Like I get that, and that's probably Chicago's fault. They told Dalton when they got him, like, you're the starter, which is
Yeah,
they gotta keep it open.
I think he's in a good situation because there's not a lot of expectations, I guess, up there. But
I don't know. I mean, Chicago's tough. They've been needing to record like a face of the franchise guy.
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like they need. I mean, there's obviously expectations just because of his name, but it's like I feel like a lot of the eyes are isolated on individuality. So like you're looking for guys to perform. Like A-Rob, he's gonna go out and do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think Montgomery is probably the question mark. Like, is he going to have another solid year? Is he, because he kind of started to break out towards the end of the year. He was solid fantasy-wise. Yeah. But does he continue that? Does he run the ball well enough where he's giving time for Fields or whoever's in that backfield to make plays? So I think it's an interesting situation in Chicago. Obviously, he will be, somebody to keep an eye on throughout the year, for sure.
Yeah. And Montgomery's definitely interesting. I think if he stays healthy, he could be, I think he's a high-end RB this year. I know we're talking about rookies, but
yeah. I just wanted to mention because the situation.
No, yeah. He's got that explosibility in him. He's proven it. But if he could stay in shape and stay healthy, I think he's easily an RB, high-end RB too.
Yeah. So next on the list.
Another rookie I like, maybe a surprise. San Fran Trey Sermon. I think he's got some juice in him. I think he's going to be a really good running back, and especially in San Fran, Raheem Mostert, great running back, talented, can't stay healthy, can't stay on the field.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem out there.
A few weeks in, Mostert gets banged up. I could see Trey Sermon, and he's already getting good reps in camp preseason. I could see Sermon, stepping in and just toting the rock and doing his thing and just going off.
Yeah, I think it's another unique situation out there in San Fran. I was heavy on their running backs because I just didn't think that they had a lot going on in the passing game except what's his face?
Ayuk.
Well, Ayuk. I mean, he was streaky.
Debo, yeah.
Debo, yeah. It's like a weird situation, but I think that one position that can definitely improve and I think has a lot of opportunity would be running back. And I think last year showed just because I think they were always like they had to have three guys deep because they always one of them was hurt or couldn't play a whole game or something. It was like really weird, that situation. So definitely a lot of opportunity for the kid.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they did add Wayne Gallman too, but they have Sermon listed right behind Monster on the depth chart. So I think if anything does happen to Mostert, I think Sermon slides right in and becomes the RB1 for San Francisco.
Bet. This next guy, I think a lot of people are high expectations for this guy, but
this really shouldn't be a surprise. Najee Harris, Pittsburgh. I forgot what school did he go to again? I'm drawing a blank.
Alabama.
Was he at Alabama?
Pretty sure, yeah.
No.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. I drew a blank there.
I thought you were joking. I was like, what?
No, that is, bro. But yeah, I mean, obviously we all know the situation. Ben, he's getting older toward the end of his career. James Conner was banged up last year. Wasn't his normal self, so they had to throw the ball a lot.
Yeah,
which didn't help their cause at all. But now they have a legit RB1 and Najee Harris coming into the organization. He's going to get reps right away. And he's the guy they're leaning on, and I think he can handle it. So
big question: where do you think he goes in a draft?
Najee Harris.
Yeah.
I like him in the second round.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's probably a second round guy.
I like him second round, like earlier second round. First half second round. I like him in. I think it's a good spot for him.
So what do you think?
Because it's not. You're not overpaying for him there. It's probably where he should be.
I agree, but then again, like his potential, I could see people taking him over Montgomery, and Montgomery's way up the board.
That's true. That's a good point. And it's kind of. I mean.
But then again, he fits right in that like early second round slot. Even if saying that, it's not like that bold of a statement, I guess. But
I just picture Pittsburgh as like a team that just wants to roll down.
Yeah, they're ground and pound.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's kind of similar to last year. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he was going. I forget where he went in our draft. I think he might have went top five or like top six.
Yeah, he did.
But people over that was considered an overpay because he didn't have an RB1 type season.
Yeah.
In that offense. But I think Najee Harris his potential is greater than CEH was last year. And you're probably right. It's probably greater than Montgomery's too.
Mm-hmm. Word, yeah. I mean, I have to agree. I agree.
There's a ton of. I mean, like I'm saying, the landscape, the storylines. That's gonna be a great season. I can't wait.
Yeah. I feel like rookie, like I didn't know anything about rookies last year. This year, at least I know a decent amount where I can make like an educated pick late. Mm-hmm. I'm like, this kid has some potential. He's in a good situation. He had like last year I couldn't tell you anything about anybody from the draft.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a pretty good season. But.
Obviously, we don't follow college football like we do the NFL.
Yeah.
So we know obviously like big names, but there's a ton of kids from college, they get drafted in the NFL and they drop right away.
Yeah. 100%.
So.
All right, so kind of bouncing off that. Rookies that I mean, what was the other kid out of Alabama, the wide receiver that's in Philly now?
Oh, Devontae Smith.
Yeah, I like him too, just because I was telling you a little bit about, I think Jalen is going to have a breakout year too. I think he's finally has some freedom out there, and obviously Alabama connection, so I think he low-key can be, favorable, especially like if you need somebody to boost your depth on your roster and just have a guy you don't want to immediately start him, but feel him out. I think he would be, a good pick somewhere late in the draft just to have him, because he could potentially have a breakout rookie year. He could be one of those guys. We'll see.
And in Philly too, it's interesting because the new coach Nick Sirianni. It seems like the players have taken a liking to him. They like the vibe he's bringing. Obviously, you would think Jalen Hurts is probably going to be their guy to start the year. And some playmakers now. They've Jalen Reagor, who they're hoping to take a step. He could be worth a late flyer in drafts. But I mean, a couple of mocks that I've done, I've taken Devontae Smith just to stash on my bench. Obviously, you said you don't want to put him in the starting lineup right away.
Yeah.
But he's definitely a guy that's worth stashing.
Yeah.
And just keep an eye on.
But I think there's a couple rookies, that will open some eyes this year. It should be a good year. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I know a little bit more, so.
Yeah, 100%. And then I listed. I just wrote down some sophomore breakout candidates. Not really breakout candidates, just like guys that I like going into their sophomore year.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert.
I feel like
I'm all in on Justin Herbert.
So it's weird because I don't think he's got enough hype as he should be getting.
That's what I mean.
Like, I don't want to call him a sleeper pick, but he could be kind of a sleeper pick.
I know. I'm picking.
I could just be completely reading it wrong.
But six, still there. Like, I don't know.
He's like, he just reminds me of, like, fantasy wise, of a prime time like Matt Ryan. Just go out there and get it done. And you look at your team at the end of the day, and you just have mad points from him just for no reason.
He reminds me of Andrew Luck a little bit too. His first that whole thing with Tyrod Taylor,
yeah,
and the injection and whatnot, throw him in against Patty Mahomes,
yeah,
and he takes real time, he's balling out, taking hits,
yeah,
and I think that if you're his teammate, that fires you up. You're like, let's go, like this is the guy that we want to lead our team.
Yeah, I think he had a warm welcoming after that.
Yeah,
so. They like playing for him. He gets the ball, shares the ball.
61.
It's also the thing about him is you just need Keenan and Eckler to keep doing their thing out there, and he'll be fine. I mean,
yeah. I mean, it helps. Keenan Allen's like one of the most consistent receivers.
Yeah,
in the NFL last few years. He's a stud. Obviously, Austin Eckler's a stud. So Herbert had a great rookie year, and I think his the potential is there for even more this year and for the rest of his career.
I mean, you keep surrounding with pieces. They're a solid playoff team,
and they're deep. They got Joey Bosa. Their secondaries.
Yeah,
good.
I think they got plagued with injuries a little bit last year too.
They just got unlucky, but they got rid of Anthony Lynn. New coach.
They're a team though that'll just put numbers up on you fast. Like if you're not careful, they can just pick you apart.
They're gonna be a tough matchup this year. Like they're not gonna roll over.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
And then another sophomore I'm looking at Antonio Gibson on Washington. I know you had Gibson last year, right?
Loved him.
Did you draft him or did you?
I think I drafted him, and I think I got snagged him late.
You must have. He wasn't hyped up all that much last year.
No, I think I just needed somebody on my bench, and I was like, hey, give him a shot. He ended up putting up points when I needed him to. He had a really good freaking year. So I was happy with him. I mean, I agree. I could see him having another really good year. I don't know what's that depth at that position look like. It's him. I don't even know.
Him, J.D. McKissick, and then Lamar Miller.
Okay, McKissick, yeah.
McKissick they were using as the passing down back.
Yeah.
So if Gibson can start taking the receiving work.
I remember that because then he started to catch a few, and they're like, well, he can kind of do both. So if he could figure that out, he definitely can make strides. He could definitely take some strides.
I mean, last year he finished as running back 13, and that was with not a murky workload, but not a full like one workload. So
in PPR, if he starts catching the ball, you're all in one back. So
yep. So I'm all in on Antonio Gibson, and then LSU product J. Jefferson, Justin Jefferson.
Kid just blew up on the scene last year. I mean, in a really not great situation, just still did his thing.
And I know people hate on Kirk Cousins, but Cousins, he gets the job done. He's not.
Yeah, he falls in that category, like him, Stafford, guys like that. I feel like.
Yeah.
They're just gonna go out there and get it done. Golf. I mean, golf might be a little bit better than them, but.
Yeah, I agree. But I mean, Justin Jefferson kind of stole. I mean, Adam Thielen had the spotlight there for a while, and then the rookie comes in and just lights it up.
Who won Rookie of the Year?
Herbert won Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Okay, so he was second. He was definitely second.
He must have been second in voting. Yeah. I mean, he had 1,400 yards last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he went beast mode.
Yeah. I think
he put some weight on him, and he's just like a force to reckon with.
He's gonna surpass that this year. 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
Throwing a few more tutties.
I don't even know if I could list any more second-year players off the top of my head.
Definitely off the top of my head.
Yeah. I would bring up somebody, but I just don't have anybody. Like, be like the end of the show, and I'll think, this guy.
Good old Google. Jerry Jeudy, Denver Broncos.
I think did I have Jeudy? I might have traded him.
I think Romeo might have had him.
I might have had him in another league.
I don't know. But he's got the talent.
He's got the quarterback.
But we know who's throwing the ball.
He's got the damn quarterback.
I don't even think they know if it's going to be. They know it's going to be Lock or Teddy.
You know my opinion.
I think we all know.
All the RTD subscribers, all 9 of them, know my opinion. First ballot.
I mean, I'm a Teddy fan, but honestly, I don't know.
Obviously, you're a Teddy fan.
I don't know who should start for Denver. That's a big question mark for him.
Yeah, that's a question that the professionals have to answer, and not us, luckily.
True. Cortland Sutton towards ACL didn't play. He could break out. He's already kind of broken out already, but.
Is it technically Saquon's sophomore season because he gets hurt every year?
I mean, dude hasn't been healthy since his rookie year. I mean, what are you gonna do? I'm out on Saquon.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so far out.
Yeah, but he'll prove everybody wrong. Everybody's saying that, and he'll just go on and prove everybody. But I still see him high on draft boards, but I don't know.
I played 16 games rookie year, 13 in his second year, and then he got hurt last year. All right. Well,
it just feels like he's hurt all the time.
Yeah. I feel like an injury like that. It's just like such a shock, and you feel so bad. Especially for a guy like Saquon.
Mm-hmm.
Good personality is good for the league. So.
Yes, sir.
Should we move into the bets?
Is that what we wanted to talk about? I have. Let's see. Did you want to talk draft strategy at all?
Yeah, we could a little bit. Kind of shoot it.
I mean, I literally am. I might go in and just wing it, bro.
I know you like to hear that. No, I mean, I'm doing mocks and stuff. But sometimes when you do too many, you kind of like overthink it when you actually get to your draft.
That's my thing. Is like, listen. At the end of the day, when it comes my turn, I'm gonna have these like random guys on the board that I can pick from, and they're like I literally said, first 2 rounds, it's really hard to go wrong unless the guy gets hurt.
Yeah.
And that's happened to me a lot, unfortunately. But if it didn't happen, I probably would have been sitting pretty come towards the end of the year in playoffs. But that's what happens. Like, you really can't go wrong unless you're taking like a ridiculous pick. Like you really, if you're not taking somebody top 20 in the first 2 rounds, like I don't know, if you're not taking somebody top 5 in the first round and you're a top 3 pick, like you know something that somebody doesn't. But that's like my kind of take on it. I mean, I get mock drafts. I like looking at them, just having a general sense of what people are doing and where guys are going, because obviously I sit on my couch and watch football, and I don't really pay attention to stats that much, except for fantasy stats.
Yeah.
So, big names are going to come to my head first, but obviously I know enough about it where I could go a little deeper and find somebody, in the woods. But I can't really say I have a strategy.
No, I feel you. I mean, statistics only tell part of the story, right? Like, there's always the eye test, and then you could always just look at statistics. But the first 2 rounds, you should be getting 2 studs, or at least one really solid player.
Mm-hmm.
It's all just the first round is preference of like you may like one guy more than the other guy personally.
Or like position, I guess positioning. Like
my strategy usually is the first 5 rounds I'll go running back receiver.
Wait, hold up. Let me grab a pen so I could just get this down so I could snake everybody from you.
I go running back receiver, and then I'll usually take my quarterback in the 5th round. Just because after the 5th round, like most of the stud quarterbacks are gone.
Yeah, and you gotta take like Mahomes off the board, Lamar's off the board. If you're not drafting a quarterback by the 3rd round, this is Rodgers is probably gone.
Mahomes is going like second round. That's insane.
Yeah. Well, there's also some dudes that'll draft him first round. If he puts up 30 points a game, I mean, I wouldn't put it past people, but
I'm sure someone will take him in the first round.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Best quarterback in the league. No, I got you.
I wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't do that either. It's definitely not unheard of. But yeah, I mean, especially drafting, it's just like you kind of gotta like you could put like a little bit together beforehand, and then once you actually get in the draft room, it's just like it depends on who's there. When you're picking, you just go. Some people just do best player available.
Yeah.
At that position, they just do that. That's easier for them. But especially when you're drafting with either your friends or like really competitive people, like you could do a mock, and then your actual draft ends up way different because people in front of you take different guys than what was in the mock. So
yeah, I feel like mock stuff.
Yeah.
To expect your draft to go similar to how you've been mocking is tough. Which obviously,
you shouldn't obviously mock to get in the draft mode.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have like your own personal information, like kind of off to on the side.
Yeah,
because you never know how your actual draft's gonna go. So
in
short, expect the unexpected.
When in doubt, wing it.
That too. I mean,
you never know. You might pick up a stud.
You might win a title if you wing it.
It hasn't gotten me that far, but I mean, it's gotten me pretty.
Hey man, you got like 5 high weeks last year.
Yeah, money maker.
That's it, man. Get the feet down. That's all that matters.
All right, now let's get into what I really care about.
The money.
Where we're gonna steal money right out of Vegas's hands.
We want to make money out here. That's the name of the game.
Starting to stash away my weekend football money for betting.
Saving up my betting money.
Exactly.
Prepare to lose it all.
We're putting Vegas out of business. Like I say every time. So I see you have written down this is prop bets. So throughout the season, Dolphins win total over 9.5. Give me the breakdown on that. I guess you looked at their schedule, or you just think their team.
Well, as we were doing last year, I love what the Dolphins were doing.
Oh yeah, if you go back,
I still love what the Dolphins are doing. I do like the Dolphins, especially in that division. Obviously, Buffalo's the favorite. But the Pats aren't what they used to be. The Jets aren't what they used to be. So I mean, the Jets were never on that level.
You think they sweep? You sweep both of them?
I think there's opportunity.
At least 3.
Have a really good season. Yeah.
At least 3 from those two.
Yeah. I think the opportunity's there. I'm expecting Tua to take a huge step this year. He's got Jalen Waddle there now. He has Will Fuller there now. They're gonna do like a committee with Myles Gaskin and I don't know who their RB2 is. Gaskin and Malcolm Brown and Salvin Ahmed.
Malcolm Brown
a little bit last year. Yeah. So that's gonna be a committee, but they have a talented roster. Obviously, we know what their defense did last year. They retained Xavier Howard, which was a huge deal. He requested a trade, he wanted out, and then they made it work. They end up getting more money. So I think they're primed. I think 9.5 is low for them. And I like their win total over.
Yeah, I mean, 9.5 is a lot, but you get the extra game this year.
Extra week, yeah, exactly. Maybe like 11.
I mean, typically it's the strongest. I'd say it's typically the strongest division, or one of. But if their defense can put up 20, 30 fantasy points a week. Okay.
If they lead the league in like picks again.
Didn't they have a pick every week?
Yeah, they had a pick for like however many whatever the streak was.
Yeah,
I forget exactly, but
they carried over from the year before. I'm pretty sure too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I like it. I don't hate it. I don't really know what any other over-unders are at. Some other teams that I guess might have potential to bet. Bills are probably high. They're probably like 11,
I think
12.
I saw them at like 11.5 or 12, yeah. The Dolphins was just the one that
I'm taking the Jets maybe to win a game first half of the season.
Is that an actual bet?
I don't know, but I might put it in.
Yeah, it was 22 games. The Dolphins takeaway streak.
It's crazy.
Started the 2020 season, 6-game streak. 16 games later, they put 22. The longest streak in the NFL. Third longest streak in history.
I believe it.
I digress.
So your next prop bet is Browns.
What do you
win the Super Bowl? I mean, I guess with those odds, I feel like it should be better, but
the brownies, man. I know they used to be laughing stuff.
The Fudge Brownies, they got it together last year, showed some potential, and apparently enough to show you that they might.
I believe in them.
They were throwing some kind of money in on the Browns at those odds, plus 1,600 to win the Super Bowl.
Well, $50, $100, set it and forget it.
Some spare change in the back pocket.
Throw it in the crock pot.
Let it cook.
Let it get brown. Let it get brown a little bit. Let it brown, and then you got $600 at the end of the season when the Browns are lifted apart.
You heard it here first. Man said it.
No, I mean, Odell's back. Honestly, on paper, they probably have the most talented roster in the league. It's just all to Baker.
Talent doesn't beat hard work.
I know. Talent only goes so far. But
apparently, Odell is like back.
They ambushed Pittsburgh in the playoff.
Odell is back. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, he's not back. I mean, he's gonna play.
Yeah, no, but they're saying like he's coming back different this year. Like
apparently. I hope so. I mean, I don't mind Odell. He could be a little prima donna.
Who do I think will win the Super Bowl?
Who's your Super Bowl pick?
Super Bowl pick.
Patriots.
I mean, I hate to say it, but the Bills.
I like the Bills too.
I like the Bills.
The Bucks. The hell no.
No. I would do that. I want to see some mix up, but I can see the Bills snagging it.
Bills lost to the Chiefs, right? In the championship game.
Yes, sir.
Josh Allen got that big payday.
That dude's a baller. Dude is a baller.
He's big baller, man. Big baller. Got Emmanuel Sanders now to replace John Brown.
Yeah, I mean,
who do you think steps up that running back? Do you think it's Singletary or Moss?
Moss, 100%. Singletary, I don't know. It's just like he was so. I feel like he was exactly flashy, streaky, hit or miss. Exactly what I was gonna say. So I think Zach Moss showed more upside potential when he got his reps. I forget what his. Did he play like the whole season? I don't really remember, but I know that he had a couple good games. So
Zach Moss. Let's see. The games he played in 11 yards rushing, 7 yards rushing, 10, 47, 81, 18, 20, 59.
How many carries?
81. Carries 9, 8, 5, 7, 14 in week 8. Then it kind of teetered around like 7 to 9 the next couple weeks, and then the end of the season, weeks 14 through 16, he had 13 and 12.
Yeah.
So his workload could increase, but Singletary got banged up, I think.
Yeah, I guess that's something to watch.
Yeah, it's definitely something to keep an eye on. You know, because I mean, obviously, you need a running back to win. So
it could. Then one of them could be an RB2.
Yeah. If they live up to the billing,
we shall see. All right, so week 1, I actually like this first spread bet. You like Panthers covering 4.5 at home, playing the Jets.
All over that. This could be a little parlay here. I think week one.
All 3 of them. Rip them.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But yeah. Carolina at home. Sam Darnold against his former team.
Shout out.
I think
shout out Sean. You'll appreciate this bet.
Shout out.
You know this is already in his bet slip, FanDuel bet slip.
He's probably got them in the bold. He's got Darnold.
Okay. Over CMC? Question mark?
Could be a bet. Could be a bet.
Parlay that? No, you can't. Can't throw that in the parlay.
But yeah, I think cover that easy.
Yeah, I think they win by a touchdown. Jets are the Jets. Come on. And the Panthers I think their defense might score all the points for them, honestly.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They have so many they're building something. I think within the next few years they're gonna be I think they'll be running
they're just lingering. They're just lingering, waiting to pounce.
Build,
like a bunch of Panthers.
Building. Next one. Jags minus 3 at the Texans.
Texans just in shambles.
We all know the story. Texans. I don't even think they probably shouldn't be playing football this year.
So who do you think? Who do you think starting for Jacksonville?
I don't even know who they. For Jacksonville, it's gonna be Lawrence. I think.
You think?
Yeah. I think Urban Meyer's just saying that.
Do you think your boy shows out again this year?
Just get the competition.
You know what I'm talking about?
James Robinson.
Yeah.
I don't know. With Etienne there, I don't like Robinson this year, to be honest.
Wow, that was your guy.
I know. I traded for him. He was such a great story last year, but I think the main reason why they just drafted Etienne was to pair him with Lawrence. Like obviously they knew what they had in Robinson. They knew they had a solidified RB1, but they drafted Etienne anyway. So
you think they're gonna split, or you think they're gonna?
I think they split. Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, Robinson's not going to do all the work. Etienne will get passing.
Who's their wideouts?
Passing work. They have Marvin Jones now. DJ Chark.
Oh, Chark, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Dude. I'm putting this in right now. I'm putting this bet in right now.
Oh, okay. Conley's on Houston. Keelan Cole.
Really?
Cole's on the Jets. Never mind.
All I know is I'm really digging these first two. A lot.
Oh, the Laviska Shenault.
Okay. Yep.
He kind of showed flashes last year.
Mm-hmm.
The reason out of the backfield too, he could be a little Curtis Samuel type of player.
Yeah.
A little versatility. Love to see it.
I really like these first two bets, and then your last one over under 51.5 Cardinals Titans. Do you think it's just gonna be a shootout? Titans always put up numbers, so I
think Derrick Henry runs all over him. Obviously you got Kyler, D-Hop. AJ Green, I'm interested to see this year. The story with him is he just can't stay on the field. But he could be a super explosive weapon for Kyler. And obviously we've seen what Kyler could do with his legs. So I think it's just high scoring. Shootout.
Feed me this parlay into my bonus.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't know what the odds would be, but I think it's a solid parlay. I might bet it tonight.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta look at that.
Just to have it. Throw that in the crock pot.
I like it. I mean, yeah. So I think that was a pretty good rundown. First time back in 7 months.
Back in swing of things. Kind of set the stage.
Getting excited for some drafts. About to, show out in my league. All you guys with my 10th pick.
Well, like I said, dude. I mean, I feel like if you're drafting first or if you're drafting 10th, you gotta know what you're doing to get a good team.
Oh yeah, because you go so long
between picks. Yeah, exactly. You gotta really know. But I think you'd be all right. And then we have our co-ownership.
Co-ownership Sunday.
Maybe we'll post our squads on Twitter.
Post our squads. We'll be a little more active as the season approaches. When's the first game?
September 9th, the Thursday after Labor Day.
We got some time.
I think what is it? Cowboys Bucks, I think.
I guess, we could try to run another episode next Thursday. If not, even if we wait a little bit longer, we could wait until after our draft and kind of do like a rundown.
We got how it went.
Yeah, and just expectations kind of things. But we'll sort that out. Yeah. Keep an eye out. We're going to try to be a little more active on social media. Be more creative. I don't know. We have to edit our intro a little bit more, but we have ideas there. I think it'd just be fun. I think it'd be fun to just get a little more social media out there, betting wise. You do I'm sure you'll be doing your blog posts again. Weekly.
I plan on starting those up again. Either probably in the next couple weeks.
So keep your eyes out for that.
Throw something up.
Is there anything else kind of on the table that you wanted to mention? Looking forward.
No, I think
forward to.
We got, like I said, I think we set the stage for the season. We'll kind of let the next few weeks play out, see what happens in the camps. Let preseason finish up, but we'll be active on social media, Twitter. Maybe we'll make an Instagram. I don't know.
TikTok.
Kind of TikTok, huge avenue. But keep everyone posted on what we're doing. What we're up.
Yeah, we might partnership with Sorelli's Bagels, so
maybe get a sponsorship from Sleeper. Who knows?
Yeah,
sky's the limit.
But it was good. We like talking about fantasy football bets, so it's good to hop back on. We'll try to keep. We did a good job. It's not even a 45-minute episode, so if we could keep it in that realm, I think it's a little more watchable and a little more attractive for people to watch. So I think that was a good pace.
Yeah, for sure.
But until next time, we appreciate you guys coming through, stopping by the stream, and we will see you later.
Peace.
And I wonder